how people feel around me, because I need to shift. If you're gonna feel that way, I need to make a shift. How would that person move? How would that person talk? 'Cause some of these are intangibles too. It's like you get a sense. Sometimes you get into a flow and you're like, okay, that's how that feels. This is how it feels in my body, right? And having those intangibles in your head as well. But you're the shit. The way you walk is magnetic. The way you talk is warm, yet confident. There's leadership in your voice. It's like, that's an example of how I would go. Your music is inspiring. When people hear it, they want to jump. They want to explode. Joy, like that's how you want to think about it. What lights you up? What's the opposite of what your sticking point is right now? As a person, as a way of being. I would say, like, when you're cultivating a skill set, you're cultivating in that one field. When you're cultivating a way of being, every single moment to moment is feedback. Every single moment to moment is feedback. That's why it's super important to journal. You need to be able to audit what is happening on a daily basis.
You were talking about meditation. Could you share what kind of meditation practices?
Currently, I'm just using Headspace. I'm using the Focus guided meditation. About to hit day 30. I missed like one day, but if I would put it all together, I'd probably be on like day 45 or something. I just got back into meditation. I was off for a long time. It's always super stupid when you come back, you're like, yo, I'm an idiot for not doing this. If, like, hands down, the easiest thing that will improve the quality of your life that we all have access to, meditation. You're able to watch your thoughts, you're able to center yourself, and you have a better sense of willpower. You increase your willpower, you increase the quality of your life. Simple shit. Nothing, it doesn't need to be this extravagant magic thing. It's just like watching your thoughts for 20 minutes, right? Massive increase in the quality of your life. If you're not meditating, you're being stupid, period. And that's what I was being, honestly. But you have access to that right now. Do it.
What is your daily routine?
What is my what?
Daily routine.
Daily routine, I wake up at 6 a.m. I journal, stretch. I'm trying to fix some muscular imbalances at the moment, so I stretch a lot. Hang for 2 minutes to decompress my spine, go for a run, come back, cold shower. I said journaling already. Then I dive into meditate, then I dive into music for about 4 hours. That's like my wake up routine. And then whatever business stuff comes up from there, just kind of varies. But that's my wake up routine. Yeah, we love to give ourselves licenses to sin. It's like, well, I fucked up already, so. Oh well. We love that. We love that shit. It's crazy how many people fuck up their goals just by that one thing. It's like, you fucked up already, well, I can do whatever I want now. Just create the structure around the chaos. That's what I would say. Because that's a chaotic thing. It's like going out, socializing, having a girl over, or even family. Family will toss off my routine too. It's like, come on, just eat this, or just, let's go have fun. Family's in town. That will throw it off. But it's fine. I mean, my sister came over, my morning routine was fucked up, and now I'm right back on it, right? So it's also not making it so rigid that you have no wiggle room. That's not gonna help you either, right? You don't have to be perfect. You just gotta make sure the routines and rituals are in place. Then you will become that person, period.
I have a hard time switching in between being pretty logical and then also just being like playful and sort of just like having fun, letting loose. So how do you switch modes and how do you just cultivate more of that being playful, being loose?
Same way as like choosing your way of being. It's like, I'm going to be playful. Which one are you more naturally? More logical? Then don't worry about that side at all. Just say that you are playful. And you'll find some way to get back to the logical side for sure. Just start changing your way of being. Your natural tendencies are in that more logical space. I am the fun guy, I'm the playful guy, and then imagine what that looks like. Have a vivid picture of what that looks like. Wake up, decide to be that way. Have reminders to be that way. before you go to sleep, be that way. Whatever puts you in that space the most, be hyper aware of what that is. Is it going to comedy shows? Is it fooling around with your friends? Is like, what is it? And doing that as much as possible as well. It's not more elaborate than that. You have patterns when you're going down. There is a link between your bad habits and the shit that you do when you're in like a lower frequency, so to say. You can start to recognize, okay, I'm doing this thing. Like for me, I know I'm about to go into a loop if I start watching a bunch of anime. I watched so much anime growing up. If I start watching a bunch of anime, I'm like, oh no, this is it. This is it. And I can catch myself. I'm like, okay, no, I gotta tune out. Just because I know at this point in my life, that's my pattern. I'm gonna watch a shit ton of anime. I'm gonna binge watch anime. Then I'm gonna eat some shitty processed food, and like that's about as far as I go. Those are my combination of things. I recognize that pattern, right? I'm like, okay, no, I'm gonna nix this. Either like I kind of just stare into it, and maybe that's just me for the day, and then tomorrow I know, boom. Another way you could kind of catch it too is like control, like if you're just in something you want to control, like your bad habits, try not to just like stop it, but control the variability of it. Like how much am I going to do this thing? What am I willing to do for the next month, the next 7 days? I have to do this every day. Like for smoking, for example, it's like not necessarily just quitting, but what are you going to smoke every single day? Is it one? Is it two? Is it a pack? That's how you start to isolate those bad habits. Control the variability, not necessarily, I'm gonna stop this thing. Because a lot of times you can't, there's a gravity to the bad habit, so to speak. Being able to watch it and stop it when it happens is key, or steer it in a direction where you're gonna minimize the damage, so to speak, going back to his question. But also recognizing where it's coming from in the first place, so you don't have to worry about that and keep going down that path. So, I mean, it's just that. It's like, when you can recognize it, amazing. And even better if you could recognize the place that that's stemming from, right? Recognizing the pressure that you're under. It's usually coming from some stress in your life, right? And in order to catch that, you need awareness. If you don't have awareness, then you're fucked, right? You need awareness. Journal, meditation, talking to somebody, catching what that internal thing is, or that obvious external thing is. Changing that, taking that stress off your shoulders, that's gonna allow you to not even go into that bad habit, those bad rituals. So that's the middle ground. When you catch it, amazing, if you can catch it. But all of it comes down to awareness. That's super, super, super key. You need to have awareness. If you don't have awareness, you don't have shit. You don't know where you're at, you can't choose where you're going. All right? Swag. Thank you guys very much. I will round it up. Thank you.